Popular door styles, it totally depends on the neighborhood. So if you're in a colonial style house, they're not going to want a Spanish influenced door on the front of it. They're going to want something that's more traditional that goes with that. If you're in a more modern neighborhood, they're going to want to get a 4 or 5 panel glass door with frosted glass, because that's the thing for that neighborhood. And if you're in a Spanish style neighborhood, they're going to want something like that. So I mean, there is no popular door style. We update the styles every year. They add some on and exclude some. You have the traditional styles, you know, that have been around forever: 6-panel door, 3-panel door, full view glass and stuff like that. The glass designs change every year. They include some, remove some, and stuff like that. But I mean, there is no one popular style. It's just what the homeowner has. Now you can also talk about, you know, when you do an entry door, there is the door itself, but then a lot of times you'll have a side light to the right or to the left or both, or a transom above it. All that's part of the door system, so it's not like you just replace the door. If you've got side lights or a transom, that's usually incorporated into the whole system, so you're replacing all of that, which again goes back to all the decisions you have to make, because most people are thinking, well, I was just going to get a solid door for the middle. Well, you have to do those 2 side things and that top thing, and they're like, oh, now they have to make all those decisions. So it's not a fast process. I always tell people that we don't want to take your whole day or evening up trying to discuss the door, but there is a lot of choices that you have to make. You know, it's like my wife and I built our home 13 years ago, and when we built our home, there's a zillion decisions, and my wife's very much on top of stuff. But even after a while, she was overwhelmed, and it's just like, just do what they did in the model. Just do, you know, we got to that because it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, what light fixture, what plumbing fixture? Well, it's not quite that bad with the doors, but there is a lot of choices to make. So to answer that question, yeah, people do alter the openings. It's like, you know, they have 2 side lights in an entry door, and they decide we'd like to have a double door system here instead of the 2 side lights because we want to take the Christmas tree in and out, or we like the presence of a double door system. Everything's custom built, so we do have different limitations of things we can and can't do, but I mean, we can accommodate a lot of things. Most people, you know, it's like, well, I like what's there, it's just rotted or bad or unattractive and stuff like that, so they'll usually emulate what they have. But I've been in homes before where we've cut holes in walls. You know, we have a single entry door there and a bunch of wall, and it's dark here, and they're like, we want a door system. We can do it. It's just time and money. Yes, there's a lot of people, they bought their home for a reason. They like the appearance of their home. They like the windows, they like the doors, they like the layout. It's just that their door's worn out, it's rotted out, it's, you know, all kinds of things. I've had people have had break-ins to where their door's destroyed from the, you know, damage from somebody breaking in. I've been in homes before where they broke into their own home and damaged something on the door because they got locked out and they're like, I had to get in. I had a story where the gentleman went outside, he was leaving, and he forgot that the baby was upstairs and his wife had gone to work. And he goes, I locked my keys in the house. He goes, I was gonna, you know, wasn't worried about because she was coming home. And then he goes, then I remembered the baby. I was like, yeah, I'd break the door in too. I get it. So, you know, but, so yeah, I mean, a lot of people like, I like this, you know, they may change it up as far as like they have a solid door with 2 full view side lights, and they're like, I like the solid door look and I like the full view side lights, but then they'll change the glass design, or they might get a different panel design on the door, but they'll pretty much stay with what they had. They're just replacing it because their old door was wore out and shot.